Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream today. We're just going to continue along with some more animation for Chapter 2, Scene 2 of The Life of an Inkling. Uh, First want to start off by saying I'm sorry about what happened last week. Let's just say that I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff that day. So yeah, that's part of why it didn't go well. On top of me just completely axing it completely because just uh, just wasn't my day. Really wasn't my week last week. Uh, so yeah, but here we're still here. We're going to try to do I don't know what I was about to say. We're gonna try to do the last week's stream justice, even though I don't think you can. You can't even find it anymore. It's deleted. um, from the channel, but whatever. Anyway, that all said, I will say that since last week, let's actually move over to our main overlay. Here we are. So if you remember on stream last week, when I attempted to stream last week, emphasis on the attempt. Um, wait, the frick? Hold on, there we go. Sorry about that. Already discussed and we're not even like getting started. Anyway, you recall last week when we were starting, SFM was crashed like 3 times, which didn't help at all with me that day. But since then, I can just do this real quick. With all of the previous shots, this is a little trick for those that are working in SFM. They got like a big project going on. Something that you can do to reduce the memory down in this bottom right hand corner of the program window is you can remove models that are not in view, and that's how you can save on memory. So what I ended up doing not immediately after last week's attempt at a stream, but what I ended up doing over the weekend and a little bit into the beginning of this week was that I went back through each individual previous shot, and just deleted what I didn't need. So now the memory's not in red, and I can actually work at a comfortable pace again, which is nice. That being said, that was the only thing I was able to get done this week because well, we can get into that as we get started here. But why don't we do a little recap just to be sure we're all caught up to speed. So we got, yeah, I'll remember where the SFM crashed. Yeah. It's like I tried to start to work on this shot right here, but then SFM just started to crash, and I tried to fix that while on stream, and that just did not go well for me. Anyway, so why don't we do a little recap, and then we'll actually get down to work. So let's see here. Oh yeah. I muted the audio when the stream started. I forgot to turn it back on. Not bad. Okay. That. I'll run away. And that's basically where we were. So now we will just pick it up from there and just keep on going. Because I was thinking about it a little bit when I was making it so that SFM wouldn't crash on me as much as it did before. But it seems like we've got about 10 shots left of this scene, so we actually are getting pretty close to the end at this point. which that's pretty exciting. But anyway, with all that said, why don't we actually get down to business and get some work done? We probably won't be the stream might not be going for as long as it's gone before. Just a little heads up. But if a certain somebody shows up in the stream chat and offers Mad Libs, we might do that. But yeah, we'll just see how things go. All right. Anyway, let's get started. All right. Let's see. God, it's been a bit. It's been a bit since I've actually had to do things properly here, so bear with me. All right, we're good. Okay. Y'all know how this goes at this point. Let's touch base. How's everybody doing? How are we holding up? How's everybody's week been? How's everybody's weekend been? Let's all see what's going on. Okay, yeah. I remember where I left off on this this shot now. Okay, just trying to figure out the timing on this real quick. Yeah, so maybe somewhere around there would be the cutoff point for Dean. So that means that we gotta move these over. Let's see. The usual like 35. There we go. Okay. Well, we probably need to keep every character loaded anyway, because reflections might act like a mirror. Oh. Not too great, but fine. You know what? That kind of sums up how I'm still feeling. It kind of sums up how I'm still feeling. It's like I'm just kind of here. I'm here just existing at the moment. It's the best way that I can describe it. Yeah. Part of that is mostly due to my job. It's just been, it's been dumb. Just it's if you want just a simple TLDR, but I'm probably just gonna talk anyway about it. So we get into a little bit more detail, because like for some reason. And my folks have said that, oh, it's because you're doing such a good job there. And it's like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't want to be working there in the first place. But it's like, for some reason, they have me, like, working more shifts. And not just that, but they're even longer shifts. And to be perfectly honest, I'm starting to get sick of it. Starting to get sick of it. Because I'm just like, I don't want to be working there. I think I've said it multiple times before on these streams, but I want to be working at an animation studio doing this stuff for, like, you know, for a living. Went to college for animation, for crying out loud. That's kind of been what I wanted to do for forever, honestly. But nobody wants to hire me. Like, I put out applications, I was expecting to get accepted, and you just don't. That's honestly very disheartening when it happens. Kind of a shame that this is like, I mean, I say it's kind of a shame, but it really isn't. It's good that I still have this sort of outlet to allow me to do this stuff, but even now it's like getting harder for me to like even do this stuff. because again, stupid job is making me work more, which means less time working on this, which means less time improving my skills, which means less time for me to actually get the job that I want. No. There we go. No. Oh, come on. And even with me freaking like making sure SFM is like working now, it's like it's still gonna stall, it's still gonna be stupid. Just kind of comes with its territory. But thankfully it's not gonna it's not gonna be as egregious as it was before. At least it shouldn't. There. That's why it looks a little weird. Here we go. There. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick. Okay. There we go. I will say though that at least as a positive thing that happened over the weekend anyway, I finally got to see the Mario movie. Let's talk about something a little lighter. I finally got to see the Mario movie. Gotta say, it was such a treat. Like I needed that. I needed to see that. Like it was such a joyride from beginning to end. Like so many references, beautiful animation. It was just amazing. And also like voice performance wise, like everyone did pretty well too. Like even Chris Pratt as Mario. Many references that I would never notice without spoilers. I mean, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. Pretty fair. It's like there's just a lot of references in that movie. Like not even just like visual stuff, but also just audio, because they snuck in a couple of music references into the film score, and even just straight up using like a song from Bowser's Fury at one point. Also the DK rap. But they sadly did not credit Grant Kirkhope for it, so it's like, well, okay, it's kind of mean. Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was very much something I needed to see at that point in time, and it was a treat just from beginning to end. My only critique with the movie is that it moved a little too fast. The pacing was a little too fast for my liking. But in hindsight, it does make sense why. In hindsight, it does make sense why they would do that, but still. I feel like you could have also slowed it down a little bit. There you go. If it's not spoilerish, it's fine. Well, actually, well, see, at this point, I think spoilers are fine because, you know, I've seen the movie, and if anyone hasn't seen the movie, then kind of on them. But even then, you know, let's see. Or maybe 8 minutes into the movie, there's a reference to the level 1-1 for the very first Mario game. If you're talking about that one moment where Mario and Luigi are kind of doing the side-scrolling stuff, and it's like on a 2D plane, I wouldn't even call that a 1-1 reference. I would just call that just a 2D Mario reference, just reflecting back to Mario's roots. But even that was cool. I remember that right before that part came up, my younger brother turned to me and he's like, "Hey, Mike, hey, you're probably gonna like this." I'm like, "Why?" And then all of a sudden, I just see 2D plane. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." And yes, I love the Peaches song. I love the Peaches song. Octomia. I think you're a new face here, Octomia, so welcome. We're just chilling here. But yes, the Peaches song was fantastic. Jack Black. Jack Black is a gem. That man is an absolute gem. And the thing was friends were telling me like no, because they put out the Peaches song on the official Illumination YouTube page. I remember it showing up in my recommended one day, but I chose not to watch it because I'm like, oh, this is probably something that I should watch like when actually seeing the movie. And friends were like, no, yeah, you should wait until you see the actual movie to experience the song. So I'm like, okay. And yeah, like as soon as it started, I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for this, and then I just started laughing so hard. I laughed to myself though. I didn't burst out laughing in the theater because that would have been inappropriate. But if we were watching it at home, I probably would have just let it go because it's like, oh man. Peaches, 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 peaches. God. That's been stuck in my head for like a good majority of the week too. I should add. Hey guys, look! It's the song. It's the song that's the opening theme for the series. Look, guys, it's the song. Remember as. And you guys have I'm trying to come up with a comeback here, but it's just not working. What is it? What am I trying to say? You guys have the comedy mindset of a 5-year-old or something. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway. It makes a guy come out of his shell. This box has yellow vents, yellow air fans, and yellow sign were designed in a specific way to the start of 1-1. Okay, well I'll have to... When the Blu-rays come out, I'll have to look at that more specifically, because I didn't know it was like specifically 1-1, so... Or I could just look it up later. Like they say, disappointed, but it's a dream come true after all those years after all. Hi, Lenny, by the way. I don't know what that first comment was referring to, but welcome to the stream. You're gonna have some low energy Nick today because that's just how the stream's gonna be. It's been an interesting week and a half at this point. Yeah, hope all is well on everybody's ends. Yeah, Mario movie was a lot of fun though. Like, it's probably gonna be like the main point of discussion for today because now I finally got to see it. Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. It's just that not only was it visual, but it's also auditory. There was like not just like soundtrack, like they worked in some musical references into the score, but they also used a couple of sound effects too. Mr. Maynard is minus 20. Wait, that's such a very specific number, Lenny. That's such a very specific number. 281,212? That's such a very specific number. I'm just flabbergasted. It's just like, wow, that's an interesting way to spell out that you're also having a low energy day. Oh man. Alright, I think, yeah, okay. So Dean's pretty much good with that. So now we're gonna, if the iTunes thing wants to move out of the way, there we go. Okay. Do we need to do this? There we go. So of course he's in a thinking pose, so we gotta rearrange stuff. Let's see. We're gonna reposition fingers and stuff. Yes, life sucks sometimes. Yeah, don't I know it? Don't I freaking know it? If I was, I swear, when I'm like streaming and I have like some of these days where I'm just like, man, I really just do not give a crap at all. I'm like, you guys better be thankful that I don't like talk unfiltered because I'd probably be saying a lot worse things. But I try to be respectful because I know like maybe there are some youngins watching, so I try to watch my language. Be respectful, keep it PG-13 for the love of God. Not even doing Mad Libs, and I just have to say that because it's just expected at this point. Alright, let's see. Need to... No. 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 I will not swear. The only time that I will allow myself to swear more on these streams, or at least allow myself to say more of the A and S tier swear words, is if and when I'm playing a game. Gamer rage and all that. I don't even rage. I just get mildly annoyed. But you wouldn't know that, but based on some of the words that come out of my mouth. Alright. probably like get both of these to. No. Love how I wanted the ring finger and the pinky to move down, and I chose the middle finger. Whoops. There we go. There's a lot of time. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But again, it's like I'm like Mr. Koidao, Albedo's VA in Genshin, among probably a bunch of other things. He's like, I guess like the perfect example of chaotic. Because that man just does not care. That man just does not care. But it's good in a way. It's like it makes things way more funny. There we go. Yeah, I think I saw that quote tweet as well. I didn't know what to think of it. I just kind of saw it. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I see. God, that's gonna open up a can of worms. Because it's like, okay, I have no problem with emulating games as our first attempt at playing Sly 2 a couple of months ago. There's anything to attest to. But you know, it's more so for when you're playing like an older game, like on a quote-unquote retro console, you know, because in that case, it's like I feel like that's justified, especially if the game hasn't been released or re-released in a way that's easier for you to play it. Because in that case, it's like emulate away, honestly. But if it's like a brand new game that's just coming out, don't do that. It's like that's where I draw the line. It's like, don't do that crap, please. It's like that's the last thing that you should do. Like emulate the older stuff, and if you want to emulate the newer stuff, buy a copy of the game first, and then actually, you know, emulate it. So that way it's like, oh, okay, my money actually went to the developers and all of that, instead of you just essentially getting the game for free, which is very scummy. I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. What is with Reggie? I think Reggie was just pointing out somebody. I think the quote tweet was just pointing out, Reggie pointing out someone who, essentially pirated, Tears of the Kingdom. Which, don't do that. Don't do that. Emulating games and all of that, especially if it's a new one, don't do that. But if it's an older one and they haven't re-released it, go right ahead. And if they're complaining that, oh, why are the games being emulated? Well, maybe you should make it easier for people to play the game. Don't want people to do that kind of stuff. Maybe you should make it easier to play a game. There's a Tarkno in the chat, I see that, and as well as an Eric with his two beady eyes. Kidding. Hi, hey guys, how's it going? I don't know what you want. These are skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. Oh. If someone leaked GTA 6, wow. Yeah. Oh man, are we gonna get into like leaks too? Because that's a personal pet peeve of mine. Leaks and spoilers. Like, you guys know how I feel about spoilers. Leaks can be just as bad, if not worse, because it's like with the leaks, it's essentially like the same thing as a spoiler, except, well, now it's like, oh, here's a screenshot of what could potentially be in the thing, and you know, sometimes it's wrong, so it's like, oh, okay, that leak didn't amount to anything. But then in some cases, like, let's say, I don't know, Genshin Impact, most of the time it's actually true. So when it actually does happen in the game, it's like, oh, well, great, I just got spoiled on that. Thanks a lot. Oh yeah, that's right. I mean that's basically the case. You say Splatoon 3. I feel like that's the case for like almost every like major game to be released. It's just like every game, like, no game is safe. No game is safe. What's confusing is when a video game company says that they don't care about people emulating certain old games in the past, they still take action against people emulating said game. Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you don't want people doing it, make your games readily available. Make like a modern day port of it on newer consoles, and that way it's more easily accessible for people, so that they don't have to emulate it. I don't think that's really asking too much of the developers. It's like, you want people to make money on your old game, just do it. People love spoilers and leaks, but some people don't have respect. Just put the spoiler on YouTube. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. That's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of those where I'm like, please don't. It's not even like with YouTube videos. It's like with even like a random post on Twitter. Sometimes you'll just catch somebody that makes that sort of post, and it's like, well, great. Now I know that exists. Thanks, I guess. Alright, let's see here. We need an open hand here. Didn't even watch the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, but the Genshin leaks are at another level for real. Yeah, especially now, Lenny, since I know that you've recently gotten into that over the past like couple of months. Yeah, be very much aware of those, because if you're looking forward to something, chances are it could potentially be spoiled. So be careful. That's my only word of advice that I can give. Just be careful. And I don't like, it's probably a shame to even like remotely even think this, but the same thing might probably happen with Star Rail, and I'm just not looking forward to that. Because I'm just like, I just want to enjoy Star Rail. I don't care. I want to enjoy both Star Rail and Genshin without the need to be like, here's this week's discussion on this leak, and I'm just like, I don't care, please. Also, you know for a fact that when I start branching out with the streams and start playing more games instead of just strictly doing animation and art, we definitely are going to be playing a bit of someone tipped me on Tark tipped me on Ko-Fi. Thank you. Is it Ko-Fi or Kofi? I don't know. I looked it up a while ago to see what it was pronounced, but I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. Is it Ko-Fi? Kofi? I don't know. But thank you, Tark. Thank you for your donation. Very much appreciated. Yes, we are 30% to the next goal there over on Ko-Fi. Kofi, whatever. Which is just, again, 250. Mostly just for the voice actor funding. That's primarily what the Patreon and Ko-Fi are being used for. So glad I'm being active on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, Eric, that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about, or at least we're talking about leaks and spoilers and just my personal disdain for them, my personal distaste for them. Like, I just I just don't like it. I'm sorry. It's like, I know some people don't care, but it's like, bro, especially when it's a thing you really enjoy, you know, it's like, man, I just want to enjoy this thing. Is that too much to ask? Because again, that's an initial fear that I have with Genshin stuff. I mean, it's like, it's good to be like, especially if it's related to, like, you know, characters that you like, you know. Because when just talk about that for a bit. When Ayaka's alternative skin was like first making the rounds, it was like our good boy, our buddy Sam, notified me of it, but he didn't say what it looked like, because I think by that point they didn't know what it looked like, but people were guessing it. And so I was just told, hey, she's probably gonna get an alternative outfit, and I was like, okay. And to me, it's like, that's fine, but if it's like something if it's something miscellaneous like a character outfit, whatever, you know, that's fine. But if it's something like related to the story or like an upcoming event, or it's something major, that's okay. I'll allow myself one swear. That's a dick move. Okay, like that's a dick move. If you spoil something that's like major, like centered towards the plot or something, or, you know, it's a major event in the game or something like that, that's a dick move. Don't do that. Might be too much of a hand spread for this movement. Why don't we try to relax it a bit? There. Okay. There we go. That's a lot better. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. It just needs to be like, the hand needs to open up just a little bit. Oh jeez, there we go. Let's see. Characters are different topics that you plan then, and how to spend your pre-mode. Yeah, see, it really just sort of depends on the game or whatever it is that is being spoiled, because, like, okay, to talk about some of my personal interests for a bit, because I mean, I don't think I talk about that as much on here when I do any streams, but it's like Genshin's no surprise. Like we mentioned it a few times on stream that I play Genshin, but I also play a couple of other gacha games. I think I mentioned a few of them before. And it's like, with some of them, we are kind of like behind, at least by a year. So you can actually plan out like, oh, I want to spend my my gems, my crystals, my stars, whatever the currency is in the game, you know. It allows you to plan out like, okay, this specific card or this specific character, the specific unit, whatever it may be, this is being released during this event. I've got this amount of time left to save up for the card or whatever it may be, you know, and you kind of just go from there. Like at this point, to just use Genshin again as an example, I'm pretty much content with all of the stuff that I have. The only character that I really want in Genshin right now is Eula. I really want Eula. Like that's the one character that I really wanted. So I gotta wait on that. So I'm just gonna save up all my primos, and hopefully she gets a rerun soon. Let's see. I forgot to mention that I was faithful as entertaining new characters for the first place. Yeah, but that's another thing. Let's see. Watching all these different animes first. You know, the concept slice light to begin with, but we'll go into different direction for sure. That's fun. I mean, yeah, but speaking of, I need to... you mentioned that. I need to get back on watching a couple of shows because, I just haven't had the time because I've been so busy. There's like one show that I was like in the middle of watching that I need to finish like its newer season. That finished airing like, I think, a month or so ago. There's like 4 or 3 episodes left and I just have not gone around to it for whatever reason. And then I want to like start the new season of My Hero Academia because apparently that's supposed to be really good. But I just have not found the time because I've just been so freaking busy. Alright. Anyway, to refocus back onto here, I think Dean's done. So we can, let's see. So with Dean here, he's gonna be thinking. So let's see. Why don't we move the eyes back first before we do all this extra stuff. We'll continue the discussion in a second, guys. Let me just focus for a bit. Let's see. Mike K, welcome to the stream. We are continuing with Chapter 2, Scene 2 animation. As I said at the beginning of the stream, we might have, as far as what's left of this scene, I think we have about 10 shots left. Which most of it is just going to be back and forth between these three here. The main trio, as I like calling them. But yeah. Not saying that we're gonna do all 10 today because that'd be I like myself. I like myself enough to be like, I don't want to torture myself, okay? Let's see. But yeah, before you walked in the chat, Mikey, the love chat, we were talking about the Mario movie because I finally got to see that over the weekend. It was fantastic, as I have said here and on our Discord server, which you can join via the Patreon link in the description below. And we've been talking about leaks and spoilers of what we think about those, and seems like most of us here agree that spoilers are just not fun. At least most of us, I think, agree with that sentiment, because yeah, it's like if you have no problem with the spoilers, you know, that's fine, but it's like, don't ruin the fun for other people, because that unfortunately has happened to me one too many times, and kind of getting sick of it. Yeah, I know, we're getting so close. Getting so close for us to being done. I have no Mad Libs today. Okay, thanks, but I mean, my computer, but it won't be available for them today. Dang. See, that's why I said it's like it all depends on Mikey. It all depends on Mikey since he's got them. But yeah, that's fine. You don't need to worry. The stream is probably going to be short anyways, even though I'm looking at the timer right now. We've already been live for 51 minutes already. How did that happen? Anyway. Oh, man. Let's see. Trying to, let's see. Try this. Let's see. Just trying to make it look like he's thinking, but it's not too angry. Maybe no. That actually could work. Let's go with that. Let's see. Oh. Dang it. There we go. Thanks for catching the one and only I'll hate them. Okay. And La Mona de Magistus. Slay. And Tainari Uwoody Ears. Okay. I mean, to be fair, Lenny, to be fair, I do also want to get Tainari at some point, and I also would like to get Dia too. But I also have Mona, so I'm pretty fine as of right now. And I know you're probably jelly about me having Mona. Maybe, I don't know. I have somewhere to be tonight, otherwise I probably could. Oh, okay, Mikey. Understandable, understandable. Secondary colors trio, cyan, magenta, and yellow. I mean, you have a point, but I swear to you guys that was not intentional. It just sort of kind of happened. It just sort of happened that way. Although I think it might have been on a previous stream, but or maybe it was either on a previous stream or like sometime recently, but I just realized that these guys are kind of the colors of Sonic Heroes. Like they're different formations. It's like we got our speed type blue, our flying type which is orange/yellow, and then our power type which is red/pink. Yeah, no, it's just like completely coincidental. You're happy for me having a Mona? Okay. Of course Lenny says that and he's probably still like fuming. Like he's probably still upset. Or jelly, I don't know. Although I could just be assuming too much. As per usual. Anyway. Let's see. Oh jeez. It's so much better. It's just now that the memory's not like up to like high heaven and stuff. It's like, oh man, it runs so much better. That said, I should probably save. Just to be safe, let's save. Don't forget to save, guys. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Saving is important. I don't care who you are, saving is important no matter what you're doing. Looking at you, Persona players. I should just say Persona fandom and not Persona players. Because Eric saves. Eric's a good boy. You got Rosaria and Kaveh. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I actually got Kaveh last night. When I was playing. Kaveh's great, honestly. Like, he's great. Too relatable. Too relatable. Especially with some of the things that he was saying last night when I was going through the recent event story. I'm like, bro, could you not? Especially right now. Eric, I was complimenting you. Calm down, jeez. Alright, my kid. Take it easy, buddy. We'll see you next time. Alright. So, okay. I guess for our end goal for the stream, let's try to at least get this shot done. Alright, so let's take a look at Alicia here. Okay. Just trying to figure out, like, distance and stuff. I think part of the problem with Alicia right now is that her hair is moving too much, and that's throwing me off. So, let's see here. Yeah, so the easiest way to fix that is to... The easiest way to just fix the hair movement right now, because probably noticed the obvious clipping. Let's fix that real quick. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Can't hear it while playing Star Rail, but well, maybe you should turn Star Rail down, mister. Like, I won't deny, Star Rail's very fun. It really is. But boy, you need to turn the game down. If you're having a hard time hearing stuff, you should probably turn it down. That's another game that I'm gonna play on stream at some point. Since it's relatively new. Alright, here we are. I mean, it does have a good soundtrack. I mean, Star Rail does have a good soundtrack. Alright, let's see. We're actually gonna move this over to here so that way it's the same. Here we go. Okay, see, so we got that. That's still moving a little too much for my liking, so we're gonna just smooth it out. That's okay. Hair physics, why must you be so tricky? Just try to... Actually, probably would be better if I did this. And then we just do that. There we go. Problem solved. There we go. Hey, it's Luke. Hey, Luke, how's it going? We just continuing with the animation. Chapter 2, Scene 2. A YouTube video title being Kaveh and Al Haytham being a married couple for 7 minutes straight. Yeah, you're probably gonna like Sumeru because it's like, okay. Let's alright, so we'll talk Genshin for a bit, guys. We'll talk Genshin for a bit. Because why not? I will say that in terms of the Archon quest, just like the story and stuff, that Genshin has so far. What is happening? Source, could you like not right now, please? What is happening? Hello? Good of Source filmmaker to just completely derail the conversation. Okay, as per usual. Anyway, let's just try to ignore that. So in terms of the overall story of Genshin, I think it's pretty solid. Like honestly, it's pretty good. Though a lot of people have been saying that certain parts of it are just I guess more recently I've just been saying that certain parts of the story have just not been good, or if they're just filler or whatever. Namely Inazuma. I've noticed people just think that for some reason the Inazuma storyline is just not good, even though I never have thought that like at all. Like people say that Inazuma's storyline is like it's filled with filler and stuff, and just like all of this all of these things that just make me question. It's like, are we playing the same game here? Because it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's like Inazuma still had like a good story. Like, are we gonna forget what happens at the end? Notice how I'm talking in like very non-spoiler related I'm tiptoeing around like what to say because I don't want to spoil it for Lenny, because he hasn't gotten to that point yet. At least I don't think. But it's like a lot of good moments do happen in the Inazuma storyline, so it's like I don't understand why people are like, oh, it's bad, and now only when now since we've gotten to Sumeru, now the story's getting good. It's like, what? It's like it was already good when we started the game in Mondstadt, and then it just continues to get better with each region. Yeah, Sumeru's I won't deny the fact that Sumeru's got like some of the greatest, like or not greatest, that's kind of overselling it a bit. Sumeru does have some great story beats, and it's overall like fantastic, but it's probably got some of the best story progression in the game so far, next to what happens in Inazuma. Yeah, there, I said it. But yeah, I'm also not gonna be that guy that's like, oh yes, Inazuma's was bad. It's like, no, it wasn't. The frick are you talking about? I'm definitely, and look, some of you, namely friends and stuff, or people who know who my favorite character is in the game, you're probably thinking, oh, you're just saying that because you like Ayaka. No, I'm not just saying that because I like Ayaka. That's just genuinely how I feel. It's like a lot of it kind of stems from me having like some of my favorite characters from Inazuma, but also it's because I feel like around that time, or it was around that time where I was like actually getting into Genshin. So with Inazuma like first becoming a thing, I remember it being an incredibly big deal. So the fact that nowadays people are like, it's not as big of a deal, it's like okay, sure, yeah. Acting like it's a big deal one day, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it's not. It's like, okay, you people don't know what you want. It's like, you people really don't know what you want. You're another step above, just as you said. Exactly, yeah. It's like, Inazuma was still good. People just like complaining for no reason and like nitpicking about the smallest of things when they just don't matter. Yeah, the Raiden Shogun boss fight is also really fun. Like the one that's part of the story, and then also the one that you fight as a weekly. Like both are really great. Like there's a lot that happens that in Inazuma that people just forget about. Either they've forgotten about, or they're just downplaying it because Sumeru is just so fantastic. Which, again, not denying that, Sumeru is still great. Like the story in Sumeru is fantastic, as I've said. Like it's probably like some of the best storytelling in Genshin thus far. But guys, come on. Acting as if it's like only getting good now when it actually has been good for like a while. Like since the game began. Anyway, that's rant over. Rant over. I will. That's just a personal pet peeve of mine. It's like people will say one thing that's good or not good, and then all of a sudden the next day it'll always be the opposite. So it's like, okay. Sure. Except not. It's like you people don't even know what you want. It's either that or they just can't convey properly what they want. Which I think might be the main source of the problem. Alright, there we go. Just trying to get Alicia's eye movement correct here. There we go, yeah. Alright, let's see. Inazuma is still locked, only went to the new desert area for Kave in the event. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not gonna say that when you get to Inazuma, Lenny, you're gonna be like blown away, that you're gonna be like, oh, it's so fantastic. The same goes with Sumeru, but just expect good stuff, because both regions have great stories for their own reasons. It's the fact that you know a game is good. If they, upon each update expansion, they up their game in terms of gameplay storyline. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Be pleased about everything. Unfortunately, that is the reason you're never going to have a 100% approval. I think every time there will always be people who want to hate on something for no reason. Yeah, that's just the internet in general in this day and age, and I'm honestly sick of it at times. Because it's like, guys, it's like your time is better spent elsewhere. It's like your time is much better spent elsewhere. Come on. It's like I get that I get people not liking something, you know, like that's perfectly valid if you genuinely do have a problem, but it just feels like the general opinion is people just complaining about it when they probably don't even know like anything. You know, it's one of those cases where it's like, you even know what you're saying? Like, of course you don't. 100% approval is breathing. Sure, I guess. There we go. The internet in general rocks. 10 seconds later, the internet in general That's the internet summed up in like one sentence. It's like, it's a fantastic place, but also, what the hell? It's like, what is happening here? I just destroy the internet. Can we not talk politics in chat, please? I will. I was already blown away by Liu, even though that rich lady's decision was random AF. Like, oh, let me sacrifice the Jade thing and boom. I mean, she's got the money. She can make another one. It's fine. She has the money and the resources. She can just build it again. It's fine. It's just one of those things that you shouldn't really question a whole lot. See, that's what we call anime bullshit, all right? Okay, maybe not actually, but you know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but that entire fight though, to touch on the Liu thing for a second, that entire fight might as well have just been perfect chaos from Sonic Adventure. Like, you... Listen, I'm the Sonic guy. You have to understand that it's like, that was my first thought. I'm like, this is basically perfect chaos. This is literally just the perfect chaos fight. And then I proceeded to play Open Your Heart the entire time. Eric can confirm that because he was there when I fought that thing. Oh my god. The only reason why I like went on that tirade is like, again, Lenny, when you get to Inazuma, just expect things to, you know, expect things to get just a tad more serious, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because definitely goes places. But you will see with character stories, character story quests, you'll see why Inazuma is my favorite out of the bunch. Even though I will say that Sumeru's probably like very close second in terms of like cast, because everyone in I'm saying Inazuma, but that's true. But everyone in all the characters that we've met in Sumeru so far, A+, honestly. Like, everyone's just been great. Except for Dory, because screw Dory. Anyway, I merely jest, but at the same time I don't with that statement. Oh my god. Anyway. Taking every bus for the Ember just for the memes. I mean, you do you. Oh man. Nah, I'm just saying that when Lenny gets to Inazuma, he's probably gonna understand, or maybe understand more, why a certain character is my favorite. Because I know for a fact that when Luke was playing the story quest for the first time, I want to say he got the gist of like, okay, this is why Ayaka's his favorite. Like, yeah. It's like, it's her, it's Kokomi, Kazuha, like everyone's great in Inazuma. Heizo's awesome too. Speedy boy. I'd say that's good. But you also have to remember that in terms of your level, like your character level is different from your world level. So, I mean, again, I don't know what your world level is right now, so you should be fine when you have to go to Inazuma, because the game only gets hard. Genshin only gets harder, and I guess the same applies to Star Rail. It only gets harder, quote unquote, when your world level is higher, because by that point, enemies themselves will have higher levels, and they'll just be more difficult to deal with. The highest world level in Genshin, I think, is 8. I think that's right. Nearly 80 with my mats for now. Okay. Yeah, I think you should be fine. You should be fine. Gonna keep it going just a little bit more. Yep. Maker statement: the enemies in Genshin only get stronger based on your world level, not the area in particular. I mean, technically speaking, they sort of do get harder depending on the area, because I mean, that's also just part of standard game progression. Obviously, as you get to the next area, things are definitely going to get harder. But in Genshin's case, it's both. It's the answer is yes and no. Hold on. I need to pull up that clip, because it's just what I always think of. Please tell me that's actually a clip I can find. Let's see. Because of course I'm bringing up something Sonic related again. Oh, here we are. Perfect. The end. Okay. This is what I mean by the answer is yes and no.
The answer is yes and no.
Like, the answer is yes and no technically, because it's like, yeah, when you go to the different regions and stuff, it's like things do get harder, but it's also based on your world level. So, I only say that because if I recall correctly, it's like even at world level 8, which is my current world level, Mondstadt enemies are still at 70, 75. Meanwhile, like Inazuma and Sumeru are like 90 something. So, yeah, it's a mix. That's why I played the Mephiles clip, because the answer is yes and no. It's like, yes, but also no, because that's just how the game is. All right. Ah, boy. OMG, one thing that annoys me. OMG, what? Official's German, excuse me, what is this? How do you do? No, see, Mikey's made it very clear. I think Eric's mentioned it a few times, but yeah, I think you've said that the German, at least the text, anyway, the German text, the German subtitles and all that in Genshin is not accurate, which since now we're on that topic, I've been watching Sino's VA streams, Alejandro Saab, and he's part Hispanic, so he knows how to speak Spanish. So one day he did a Spanish stream and played Genshin in Spanish. So he changed all the text to Spanish, and there were a couple of things in the Spanish text that he said were not 100% accurate. So if that's the case, if it's the same case with the German text, then well, there you go. But I don't know, just found it a very funny coincidence. Literally speaks German. Like, what is this? Okay, so when the English VA speaks the German words, okay. I mean, to be fair, you can't expect everybody to get the words like 100% right when they're acting and speaking and doing the lines and all that. So, I could. It's like for us that aren't German, you know, it's probably like, okay, she's just being funny. But for someone who does speak German, you're probably thinking, what is she doing? It does. I think it does add to like a little bit of Fischl's charm though, because you know, she is kind of out there, but she's pretty fun, and she's also had some great moments over the game's lifespan. Like last year, I think, when we had our second round at the Golden Apple Archipelago, which was a summer event. Fischl had a really great arc and just overall like moment during that, and it was pretty great. They talk sometimes in German. Special character win. English people, she speak funny to German people, and I took that personally. Yeah, that sums it up. That sums it up. And she speak funny, and I took that personally. This is a fun thing. Oh, that's possible. Why? No, hold on. Why did I think this? Just to piss off a certain Norwegian boy in the chat. What if one of the characters actually spoke some Norwegian words? And now Eric's probably gonna come after me. Anyway, like, did they do the research? They probably did, but they also made it a little easier to say for, you know, just people who speak English, because that's the thing. It's like there's like translation and localization. They're two completely separate things. So, you know, for to localize it, to make it easier for you know, English speaking people to say, you know, they probably changed it slightly to make it easier to say, which I know it's not 100% accurate, so calm yourself, Lenny. But it's still fine. Who's this man? I need to seek them. It just I just want to talk to him, and he's I have a mental image of Eric's Inkling being like, I just want to talk to them, and he's just holding his Splatana. Oh my god. I just want to talk to him. No. Should it be the Splatana or should it be the hammer? Should it be the stamp? I think the stamp's more comedic. It says, I just want to talk to them, and he's just holding this massive stamp. You know, nothing against Fizzle's German, but it's like negative 50%. I couldn't even understand her German. This stamp is overkill. Well, no, see, to play up the comedy more, you have to have just a big thing. Okay, Eric, question, buddy, question. Would you prefer it if it were the Splatana, the stamp, or the Clash Blaster? Yeah, think about it. This is getting out of it. Let's end this quickly. Yeah. Think about it, Mr. Who. Think about it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Might spread out Sana's animation a bit more just to make it flow just a tad better. No, stop. There we go. God, I love Persona 5 soundtrack. That's why I added it to the playlist. I'm like, yeah, might as well. Okay, quickly. Stamp is just going for the kill with one swing and Clash. To a full rainbow option. Where he just has all three. He's just holding all three. Eric, are you okay? I just want to talk to them. And he's just. We love you, Eric. Oh my god, I love it. I'm having fun now, but I know for a fact that after this stream, Eric's gonna have my head. Splatana, okay. I just like thinking of the different possibilities. Oh my gosh. Okay. Was it? Okay, here we are. There. Wait, what if it's... Oh, never mind. It's just slightly off. There we go. Alright. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, and then we'll just, like that. Second thought, we'll just do this. Ah, yes, the clash is for entertaining purposes because it's your friendly trolley weapon. Right one clash to the other. Hold his platana by his Oh my god, yes, Luke. Oh my god, I love it. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Source is being dumb again. Go figure. There we go. Okay. Where's the cutoff point that I had for Dean? Let's see. Like right here. But the actual cutoff point was like. Actually, let's do it one more time. Around here. Okay. Alright. Well, I say I just do this. And then we'll, yeah, that's good. Alright. I don't get why the hair's doing that. It's like it's frozen in place, even though it's not the same. You know what, we're just gonna do this. Just kind of force it to reset. And of course it's gonna be dumb. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Fix the problem. Problem solving! Okay. Alright. Just the general gist of it, because I'm probably going to... It's probably where the... Let's see. General idea of the shot, because in the next one, Sonic's gonna look down. Hopefully for the last time. Yeah, you know what? Fine. We'll just we'll finish it up. Shouldn't be that hard. We just gotta make Sonic blink and change her facial expression, and we're done with the shot. Speaking of, let's start with those eyes. There we go. Oh, whoops. Yeah. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done. Almost done here for today. There we go. Wonder if I can do this. That means I'm probably gonna have to readjust these again. Yeah, there we go. And maybe a little bit more forward. No? Yeah. And then just gotta change the mouth. Oh, mouth and eyebrows. This. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now we just need to figure out the right cutoff point. Like that. No. I went that entire stream without having to sneeze, and then I finally have to sneeze like right at the end. Fantastic. Allergies. They suck. Alright, let's see. 400 to like right here. I think that will be it for that shot. Oh, I noticed a little animation error with one of Dean's ears here, so let me just do that real quick. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Okay, and then as a last thing to do before we cap off the stream, so that I don't forget, we are actually going to remove some of the props here in this shot. So whatever's not in camera view, we're just gonna get rid of. So yeah, all the background characters can just go bye-bye. Just needs entertainment. Thank you for the Kleenex. I need it. Although it's funny you mentioned that, I do have a Kleenex box next to me right now, just in case I was gonna need it for the stream, and so far I didn't have to, but of course I just had to sneeze at the very end. But thankfully it's at the very end. Alright, just getting rid of like all of the unnecessary things in here, so that way there's not needless memory usage. So we need to... Are these even here? No, they are not on camera. Neither is that. And neither is that. We can just... Pop. There we go. And then we are on this one. It's the next one over. So for this shot, it's basically gonna be the same sort of field, but we're gonna now focus on sauna. Gonna get a nice close and personal. Or let's see, maybe something more like that. Start with this for now, and then we can experiment with it as we go. So we're gonna mute that. We're actually gonna drag it over though, because this sound's not gonna come into play until 1, 2, 3 shots later, because she's gonna look down to... Alright, so to give you guys like an idea of how these 3 shots with Sana are gonna go, which we may be doing next time, if not me working on it like when I can. Sinus to make your nose jam, would that be considered a nasal strip? Everybody, that's the internet. No, kidding. Anyway, just to go over these next 3 shots, which they're just focused on Sana. Basically, from here, from this camera view, she's gonna look down. Then in the next one after that, it's gonna be like a super close up on her hand, either this one or this one. Kind of just depends on what would work better. And it's basically gonna be like the stereotypical, not stereotypical, but the usual anime like hand close thing, you know, close up on the hand and then they just clench their fist. And then it's gonna come back to somewhat this view. I'll stop the music because we're gonna be ending soon. But it's gonna come back to this sort of view again. Maybe something more from like a profile angle, like this. Yeah, something like this. She's gonna look up and say something that's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna give up." and then we will be getting really, really close to the end after that, because then it's just look at the script here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got like 4 more lines after that from just in general from the characters, and then yeah. So let me actually think about that. So we've got like 3 more with Sana, focused on Sana. That's gonna be a pull away, so that's like 4. And then Dean's gonna get up, look at Sana like, yeah, you got this, or something like that. So that's 5. That's gonna go back. Wait, no. I'm like, wait, hold on. Then, all right, so that's 6. So 6 because of that. 7, 8. Probably don't need that part, so I'm actually editing the script slightly right now, just in terms of stage direction. I'm sorry I'm taking them forever, but I'm just trying to calculate or figure out how many shots I actually have left, roughly. So let's see. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, that's a little redundant. All right. So that's 7. 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. That's what I think. I'd say roughly 12 left. I know I said like about 10 at the beginning or the midpoint of the stream, but that seems like where we're at. It's like roughly 12, I would say. So I mean, either way, we are getting really close to finishing this scene. So you know, that's still a good thing. That's still a good thing. Also called handkerchief machine. Yes. Pull the tissue out of my box. Anyway, yeah, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for the stream. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will most definitely be continuing with the animation next week. Kind of all depends on what my schedule is for next week, even though I already know what it is, and it's going to be stupid. But I think, just to give y'all a heads up on when the next stream date will be, it will most likely be next Thursday. Yeah, it's probably what it's gonna be. So yeah, still live, but we're about to end the stream here. We're about to end the stream soon, Bell. But yeah, next Thursday is gonna be when the stream will be happening, same time, 1:30 p.m. PST. Although I actually, before we do end the stream, there is one question I want to ask. Are you guys fine with the streams starting at 1:30 p.m. PST, or do you want me to start an hour earlier? Do you want me to start like a little later? Like, what would you guys prefer? Do you want me to start earlier, or do you want me to start a little later? Because I kind of prefer either or. Like, I'm very flexible with that. So really just depends on what you guys want. If we want to start earlier or later, and then we can experiment around with that and see what works better. Maybe it's it for me, so fine. For me, it could stay around for an hour and a half. Okay. Anybody else? Before we wrap it up here. Just want to make sure that I can accommodate for like as many people as possible because I know time zones and all that. An hour earlier is always fine for me because it's midnight now. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. that is totally fair. Keeps the adjusting not having time to come here too. That's also why I'm asking because I noticed that some people might not have time, especially like with school and like other responsibilities and all that. So trying to figure out what's the perfect time because I know because I know that the streams and everything had the usual start time of like 1:30, but sometimes it's 12:30. So I'm just trying to figure out taking a handful poll right now just to get a general idea. So we might start a little earlier next week, and then depending on how many people show up to that, I'll ask again, and then we'll troubleshoot it from there. This whole thing is a troubleshooting process, guys. Anyway, let's see. Guys always yeah, okay, all right. So we'll try starting the stream an hour earlier next week. So keep your eyes out for that information. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We managed to get a shot done today, and you know what? That's good in my book. Any sort of progress is progress at this point. Time does this earth, dude. Hey, I know. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next week, next Thursday, at 12:30 p.m. PST. Bye bye. Oh wait, I did it again. See, this is when you know it's a Clay Entertainment stream. There's a little bit of scuff because I was the Halloween variant at the end there. It's not even Halloween yet. Anyway, bye guys.